I don't know if you got that one song when you hear it, you just like run to the dance floor. That's how I feel about our intro music. If you can hear me, if you can see me, that can only mean one thing, man. It's another week of Our Opinion Podcast. You know, the crazy podcast to talk about everything you talk about without your opinion. Yeah, that's us, man. I'm voice 1.
Hey, yo, I'm voice 2.
And I'm voice 3.
What's the deal? Y'all all right?
What up,
Dope?
How y'all feel?
I'm well, man.
Good.
How was the holiday?
Great.
Good, bro.
That's what's up.
Whole weekend was great.
That's
Holiday
good.
was good. Memorial Day we were talking about.
Even
Yeah,
before.
my holiday was it was really good actually, man.
Yeah.
Really good.
I started to call you, bro, because I was gonna be like, bro, what y'all got playing? I want to be around like different environment of people.
And we was in the morning. We were in Lower Huron
Glad I did
Park.
call y'all.
At the park.
We was there. Played kickball with the kids.
All right, that's dope.
It was the OG. It was the YNs versus the
Versus the
ONs.
white. The ONs and the
Smoked
white.
these niggas, bro. I'm talking about smoked them. It
You said
was
they
crazy.
didn't have a chance.
I be
No,
scared.
it was
I be
crazy.
scared. I be terrified to beat these YN niggas in any sport. 'Cause they gonna kill you.
You're right, okay?
we
They
was
take it to heart.
Well, it was family though. So yeah. But
So
it
we
was,
might scrap it out. It's cool.
yeah, it was family. I'm talking about smoked them.
Oh,
it was
man.
crazy. And then we end up leaving there, going to my mother-in-law house. But we end up my oldest son, a couple of his homeboys, they were with us all weekend.
Okay.
So you had a
Came
house
over Friday.
Extra.
Yeah. Came over Friday, had a AAU tournament Saturday and Sunday, and then they stayed Monday. And then it was the whole weekend. But they end up going to a court. Outside basketball
My
court.
boy came out of retirement.
Yeah, so this is the thing. Like my kids, I let them be kids, but it's also like y'all not just about to be out.
Just anywhere.
Yeah, just going as you
Yeah.
please.
Yeah.
So they end up walking to the court or whatever like that. I was playing with my nieces, and it just dawned on me like,
They just walk.
just go up there.
Yeah, just go
You know
see
what I
what
mean?
they.
Just go up there, whether they hooping, whatever. Just go up there, or whatever. So I'm sitting on the sideline watching them hoop, and they going crazy.
You said, was there scouts out there? Because
They
Like
going
hooping or the talking shit.
hooping.
That's what I be wanting to catch my boys doing. Bitch, I think you said what now?
So-
okay. I mean, I didn't say that.
This is when my heart melt. Okay, so they hooping or whatever like that. They going crazy. Mind you, my son just Sunday he had a crazy game. Yeah, AAU game. He went nuts, bro. 13.7 rebounds, 2 assists.
Balling out.
He went nuts
boy
Saturday.
balling out.
It didn't travel over to the holiday.
Okay, he said, let's
So-
keep this momentum going.
Yeah.
The ass whooping spree.
Yeah.
Who won't
And my
smoke?
son, he usually don't hoop outside. So like street ball is like to see him in his element. That was another reason why I wanted to go. I wanted to see him in this street ball element where it's like you're not in air
Nothing
conditioned gym.
structured.
Yeah.
This ain't you hooping with your niggas. This is your squad against some random niggas.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's see
What
how
are we
you
gonna
if
do?
you
A lot
fold
of
under pressure.
physicality.
Yeah. Niggas gonna be
all
talking
that.
crazy. This
Yeah,
they
yeah,
hood.
yeah.
Y'all coming to they hood.
Yeah.
So boom, I want to see it. So my son, he going nuts, and I feel the hate.
Rising. The tensions.
Yeah, this is day court.
Ah,
So now it's literally they got benches in the court too or whatever. So we on this side.
Now, were they playing
They
the
on that
lights
side.
or they were playing Caucasians mix? Or-
No, it was all niggas.
Okay.
Yeah, we in the hood.
Okay.
We in the hood.
yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
we in the
they
hood.
be in the hood too. So.
I knew that
No,
when I heard
no.
hate. When
Yeah.
I heard hate.
We was some niggas. So they hooping or whatever the case may be. My son, they going crazy. So I just hear the chatter, feel it. Man, these niggas, man, y'all act like these little niggas so cold, man. These niggas young, they little niggas just talking crazy. So the one nigga like, man, nigga, y'all out here playing organized basketball, this street ball. It's like, bro, what is that?
They'll be the same niggas when they losing on the video game. Man, whole ass mad. Won't you let me press the
Yeah,
button?
it's like, bro.
Probably need new batteries, fam. It's not
It's like, what is that an argument about? Like,
Okay,
this is
because why are you
basketball.
upset? It's basketball.
That's called basketball.
That's
nigga.
called basketball.
That's
So the
called
one nigga on the sideline, on their side, it ain't organized. They just playing as a team, bro. It's like,
As
it's
you
crazy.
should.
Yeah.
Don't be
When
mad because
when
they got
they're arguing,
communication.
We're doing
We
something
doing
right.
good.
We doing good.
So
nigga.
it's this one particular nigga. I'm just calling him the loudmouth. So he's trash talking. It comes with the sport. I get
Absolutely.
it. I love it. Right?
There's levels to it.
However, he's more so like in trying to intimidate him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, son.
Yeah. So he's like talking crazy in a sense.
Yeah.
So fouls happen in the game. So the nigga got the ball here. My nephew end up like reaching for it because he just like got it in his face. Bro, I'm gonna reach for the ball. He reached for the ball. My nephew hits him on the chest.
Don't tell
Hey,
me.
you smack me again, it's gonna go somewhere else.
Yes,
I said, hey bro, keep it basketball.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting on the sideline at this point. I'm just chilling. I ain't saying nothing. Hey, just keep it basketball, bro.
That's
No, I'm just saying. I'm just all I said, keep it basketball.
Yeah, see, that's where it.
So no. So I'm boy.
I'm ignorant. Not
Yeah,
ignorant,
so
I'm
Okay.
I'm also in the point where it's like, okay, my son is becoming a man. I can't fight for him.
Yeah.
Nor his friends. However, nigga, y'all ain't about to do
It's
that
still
though.
right.
Because I know what that is.
Exactly.
And you already on tip.
Yeah.
So boom, we fast forward. They tussling for the ball, whatever like that, and the nigga pushes my nephew. Nephew walks away. I said, okay, can't say nothing. I got next.
Okay. Because now,
I got next.
because now
I got next.
I got you.
I'm lacing up. We lacing up.
I so joking.
Yeah. So now we going
tired,
at him. When I say my son going nuts, and I'm sick of my. Hey, y'all match up. Every time he get the ball,
Get
you
him.
on him, and he going crazy.
Definitely
So
a proud moment.
he tries to do the same thing to my son. They tussling for the ball. He tries to push my son, smack his hand down. Keep it basketball, bro. This is what my son is saying. Keep it basketball, bro. Smack his hand down. Nigga, the glee.
The word, my boy been on the word, bro.
I was giddy.
You gotta get
Nigga gay.
you.
It was that. It was like this proud moment, bro. It's like as a
'cause
father
Willie,
that has sons
But that shows
that you
like,
also like. They're sheltered.
Yep.
They're good boys.
Yep.
I get it, but to see that side of
fight
it,
Yeah, and you knew that
Yeah,
it's
to
like you
just
if
standing
you were
on it.
on your own, you could stand, and I knew you
and
had
I'm like,
your,
whether
yeah,
you do this with me or without me, I see that you have it in
that
you.
you have it in you. So I ain't gotta worry too
My
much when it,
expectation for
you know.
I think
has
that's
been
dope
met.
because those are the moments that I kind of.
That was short stories.
Those are the moments that I try to protect my sons from, like, because they're not cut how we were cut.
They good boys,
and they didn't have to learn what we had to learn.
Yeah.
Side note before I get my response, that proud moment was sponsored by I Believe. You see how I Believe is a lifestyle brand.
Okay.
For anybody that believes in
could see
something
the shirt,
greater than
bro.
themselves. The problem is you thought
Yep.
it was. You thought
Okay.
you thought that it was gonna go beyond basketball, and if it did, nigga, they was ready for the smoke. You think
yeah.
small,
Okay.
fam. Need you to
gotta
think a little bigger, man.
Get up, my boy.
Shout
the
out and thank you, man, to Auto Press Cleaning Services. Where cleaning has a feel to
Yes,
it.
sir.
You can get your ass mopped up too if you want to. Either way, buddy.
Auto fresh is here. Clean up the
You know what I'm saying? Either way, fam.
Take it
Either
out the
way,
trash.
Man. Shout out and thank you to them, man. That proud moment was sponsored by them. You see how that works?
yeah,
together? You know what I'm
appreciate
saying? No, those are the moments that I kind of not to share stories, right?
Yeah.
Always tell my boys, hey man, you take care of your little brother. Y'all take
Right,
care of
when
each
y'all
other. You take
rolling.
care of your little brother.
Yeah.
They at the bounce house. They go, you know, at the little airtime, whatever. They got the little basketball where they can. So my oldest son always go
Like,
there. Naturally, my younger sons follow him. So this particular day, same energy. Let me just go tag along to just watch. They came back and told me earlier, like, yeah, the boy had pushed Brandon, so I stepped up, and I'm like, okay, cool. I go back, same boy. Brandon, he's not tough at all. But he don't take no shit. You got to get him there.
Yeah.
So he go back. My man's just like elbowing and pushing him. And he pushed Brandon. Brandon got in his face like, I'm like, he finna whoop my son ass. However, I said,
but he stood up for
however, I
himself.
said, hey fam, we ain't doing that, blood. I said, come here, JB. That's my boy, but you gotta know how to pick your battles, son. He's tall as hell.
He said he big.
Go for the
crazy.
knees.
I said, next time,
Crack him down.
alert your brother first. he need to be on notice. He don't need to be like, niggas fighting. Oh, that's my brother. He need to know me. But it's like you want them to have a fight back. But I don't want to. I want to teach them that. I know it sounds weird. I want to teach them a fight back, but I want them to experience it.
Yeah.
But I don't want them to experience it. But I don't want to teach. Like it's
crazy. No, it is. Yeah,
so I can understand, man. But I know that's and I know the kind of nigga you are on the court.
Yeah.
So I know you was just like, check up, nigga. Let's go. Like I ain't finna talk to him at all, nigga.
Okay.
Yeah. No, and even like me and the loudmouth nigga kind of like had a little moment or whatever. But it was at that. To me, it was like, okay, like nigga, you know who you can kind of get away with, but when you got somebody,
he knew how to.
When you got somebody on that same type of energy, and I wasn't on that same energy, like,
but you knew
I barely said something to the nigga,
but I turn up,
but I still, it was still at you though.
My presence was felt.
Yeah. So, it was definitely like, nigga, you know who you can get away with this with, and once a real nigga step up, you ain't really gonna, you ain't really on it or whatever like that. And it was, like I said, just to see my son in that element, it was like, wow.
I ain't got to worry too much about
really,
it, right?
Yeah, and
a
then
little sigh of relief, like
even after the fact, like having a conversation with him about the situation, and the my nephew, whatever, that kind of was like, he talked to him about it. Like, what's that about, bro? Like, nigga, what's up? He like, well, I ain't want to fight. I ain't want to have to fight. He like, nigga, is you scared? He like, well, nah. It's like, well, nigga, don't do that again, bro.
Yeah, they don't.
Like, cause nigga, you make that look like we all like that.
That's what we are. That's dope.
And you know what I mean? Like, and me and him had that conversation. It was like,
I screamed for the whole house, man.
Hey, you turn the mid. No, I don't mind, man. I'm giving up my Saturdays and Sundays. It's worth it.
This is worth
it. Yeah. It was like a, like I said, it was a proud.
Today.
Yeah, it was a proud moment. No, that's definitely a proud moment.
No, that's super, super, super dope, man. Prior to us getting to this moment, man, and today's topic, I gotta say it right. Something need to be said. You won't say it. They ain't gonna say it. Damn it, I gotta say it. I'm getting old. The older I get, man, I realize I like driving, but I don't like driving. Case in point. Where y'all about to go? Oh, man, we about to go such and such. Oh, yeah, send me the address. 35 minutes. Yeah,
That's a cap.
I ain't gonna make this one.
Unless now
Because I like to control my own narrative, so I like to drive my car. I ain't riding nobody. I'm gonna drive.
When I want to go, I'm gonna go.
Anything over 21, I ain't 21 minutes. I ain't coming. I ain't gonna make it.
Now that I don't like to drive, which is so crazy because I've had multiple jobs of driving.
You're a woman.
But I don't. I've never like. No, but I'm not a passenger princess. Like I drive in my relationship.
This nigga.
I don't like to. I don't want to all the time. I don't mind driving. Like, I don't mind sharing the load, but I don't like driving far. Yeah. Because it's like, if I drive far, especially if I'm by myself, who gonna drive me back?
Yeah.
I gotta drive myself back.
It's not even that. It limit my excitement of being there.
Well, see, mine depends on if I know it's gonna be a time, I'm willing to take that drive. Now, if this is something new and I ain't too, I don't know about that one.
I also realize that I'm getting older, so my multitasking skills are declining. I was on my phone looking through my hats while looking for my hats while also looking for my phone.
Wow, it was on the phone, it was a lot, through the hats.
Yeah, it was a lot going on. I said, I'm going to call you back, man. I can't find my phone. I'm looking for my hats. Yeah. Only to find my hats and put the phone down and then look for the phone again. I said, God damn it.
I just had the phone. Where's it at?
Then you gotta do one of these.
I was just on the damn phone.
Like, you got to do one of these. Like,
yeah, man, the older.
Yeah, I was right here.
Yeah, I realized I was getting older. I realized I was getting older. One, this passenger princess thing is crazy. It's really crazy. Okay, and I realized I was getting older. Just bought Kayla a new truck, right, for Mother's Day.
Period.
Lincolns just look so good to me. I said, since when? Like, has a Lincoln?
Not the switch.
I said, I know I'm getting old. This
big body car too.
Spirit of the deacon is upon me right now. Why do I like this Lincoln so much?
The elders are summoning you.
The spirit got you when you come in this mud with a Lions jersey, with a a button-up shirt with a tie.
Oh yeah.
That's show.
I was almost there.
Dressed down deep.
Not almost.
Yeah, I was almost. If I'd have got that Lincoln, trust and believe, you would have heard so many keys in my pocket. You would have heard so many keys.
The deacon with all the keys to the church.
Hey man,
this is crazy.
More with the story, man. Slow down and embrace it. Just slow down.
You gotta embrace it.
You got it. The older you get, I seen a lady at the grocery store. She was on the phone. She scanned all the items but one, but then she couldn't find her money. She's like, I gotta call you back. I'm doing too damn much. I'm gonna call you back. Slow down.
Yeah, that's it.
Stop doing one of the things. Face yourself and figure the other one out, man. Give yourself grace, which kind of leads me into today's topic. I want to end. May has been Mental Health Awareness Month. So I wanted to end that with a grand topic with grieving expectations. I think that we can come down on ourselves. I'm going to use women because women, I think, are super intelligent. I think they are very intentional and they work hard, and they plan their lives on a time frame.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm throwing numbers out. It may not correlate with the correct year and time, but I'm painting the picture here.
Okay.
Hey, by 22, I want to graduate from college. 25, I want to get my master's. By 30, I want to be married. By 32, I want to have my kids. When a woman gets to 22 and hasn't graduated from college, she is like, in her mind, this is based off of what I've seen women say and do and think, and so my experience and my opinion. When she gets to 22 and hasn't graduated college, nigga, she is failing. She is like so down on herself. She is just like, I'm not where I want to be. I'm not happy. And it's like, sweetie, relax. You just put the address in the GPS. Mm-hmm. You just found out that it wasn't 21 minutes. It was 45 minutes to get there.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about that. Because I think that's a real thing that people get. They get to grieving the expectations that they had out for themselves, and when they don't reach them or aren't on the right track to getting there, they come down on themselves. Have you all experienced that? Are you there? Have you been there? Have you seen it? Do you believe that that's true? What do you?
No, I definitely believe that is true. And yeah, I can say that. Not only have I been there, I feel like I oftentimes revisit it.
That's dope.
Where it's like, okay, whether it be one thing or another, I just feel like, okay, well, hey, if I would have started this at a certain time, I would be here at this point. Or it's like, now that I'm here, I feel like I'm behind. So yeah, I definitely I've been there, and like I said, I revisited at times too.
I think I'm currently there. I'm at a point where I don't think I've ever associated myself with that time frame. Like, hey, by this time I want to do this, that, and the third. I gave myself, I call them Amazon windows. Mm-hmm. I mean, between Monday and Friday, nigga, you might get your package.
Yeah.
It might be there Wednesday.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Then if it come Wednesday, then it's between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m.
However, my expectations don't move beyond this window. And that's kind of how I treated my life. Like, my expectations don't move beyond my window.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm at a point now, I feel like I'm going through that where I'm just like, damn, bro, if I'd have did this 3 years ago, probably wouldn't even be here. Or if I do this, then it'll probably save me for that. So I'm just I'm kind of grieving expectations, and yeah, I'm kind of there now.
Yeah.
It sucks.
I would say, so younger me had like a certain expectation in a sense, had a plan, goal type thing. I mean, life happens. Things change. Do I feel like I failed? No. I don't feel like I failed. And I don't feel like I for sure don't feel like I failed. I don't. But I just know if certain things would have went how I planned it to be, I would definitely be in a different like career path. But then it was just like kind of lost motivation afterwards. Like I wholeheartedly, I didn't mind going to school. Did very well in school. Like graduated. I was the salutatorian of my class. Like, school is not like, oh, I did do college. I didn't complete it. But I just lost. I don't have that. I don't have it to go back to school. And it's like never too late to. But you have to have that will and that drive, and I don't have that. I don't. But I feel like also my gifts kind of led me in different places, but I really kind of just need to hone in on one thing and make that my focus. I do a lot.
Yeah.
I am very capable of doing a lot. I'm very hands-on type thing. I'm creative, like all type of stuff. But I don't know. I feel like I never want to get to a point where something becomes a job that was like an enjoyable hobby. I don't want it to become a job and then I resent it. Like I've seen so many people like who love like baking, right? So then they start off and then they have like a little company, not nothing big, but they start baking and stuff. But then once the demand and the expectations,
I think that's what it's tied. I think that depends on what it's tied to, because
they always say when you do something you love, it never feels like a job. But
I don't care
when the expectation. I mean, like when more expectation comes from your consumers, and then it becomes overwhelming. Now it just seems like
I think stuff like that is when you don't add to the crew.
Yeah.
Whereas like you are solely a
one-man show
solo
type thing.
entrepreneur. So yeah, when you're doing it all, you can get burned out.
Which is why I say it depends on what it's tied to. Because if at 4 or 5 consistent clients make you feel like, man, I enjoy doing this.
But that's what it is. It has to like,
and
you
then
gotta
it grows
have
and you like, well, I can handle 20, nigga. No, you can't. There's a bigger demand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what. And then it's also, I've seen I grew up boxing in amateurs with one of my homeboys. Man, he loved boxing, bro. But he was tied to his brother, whose career didn't go as planned, and he killed his dream trying to push him. And he's like, man, fuck boxing now. It all depends on what it's tied to or who you tied to. Like, he killed his dream trying to live his dream vicariously through him. Like, nigga, no. So I think that's the same thing with business. It all depends on what's tied to it, what you associated with, like, or how you grow or don't grow. You know what I mean? And not even, you said something too that made me think about something like, I think I'm also gotten to a point now where it's like, at 34, bro, still figuring out yourself, right? Which I think you still do until you die. But I'm at a point where it's like, how much of what you've learned to do, you've been doing, and what you're doing is based off what the expectation people had of you based off your consistency in doing it.
Okay.
What I mean, something simple as if I come to work, bro, and I'm just having a shitty day. Man, you ain't smiling, bro. What's wrong? What's going on? I'm having a bad day. Well, nigga, I need you today. Something simple as that to where it can be, I got to clean the business. And they be like, man, do you do this? And I'd be like, no, but I'll learn how to do it. Nigga, I don't want to do this on a consistent basis. I do it because it was a demand, right? I'm trying to bring it home. Does that make sense, though?
No, I hear you.
Yeah.
I think I'm at a point now where it's like, yeah, I've been doing that for so long because that's what people enjoy. So,
yeah,
being the funny nigga in the room is what got me in rooms.
Ago.
Now it's like, how do I get into this door without comedy? How do I walk into this room and not have to be funny to fit in here? For not even fit in, to even be heard.
So I think that's where I would disagree. The Bible says that your gift will make room for you, right? So I believe that you can use that gift to get into the door. And then once I'm in there, hey, I don't know how to do this, right?
I don't disagree with that.
You were just in the play, right? For me to see you in that field, in that element, to where it's like, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
Where there was not a any
indication, like, nigga,
a funny like this is, I'm expecting you to be the comedy relief.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, this nigga about to come and he's gonna do Brandon.
Yeah.
And then it was like, wait,
he just did a different side.
Oh wow, like I didn't even think you were capable of that. However, I also know you got into that space off of the comedy part.
But do you understand my point though of where, which is not a bad thing. It can be, and I got an example to make it make sense too. It can be unfortunate too. I'm not saying this is the reason, but let's just say you came like, oh, that's my cousin. I'm gonna support my cousin. That nigga funny. I know he finna make me laugh, so I'm going to laugh.
Yeah.
And then you get there and be like, this nigga acting. He crying. He got real emotions. Like, yeah, I didn't enjoy that. I want to see the nigga. No, that's not what I was expecting. Or it could have been like it was. Like, nigga, I didn't know you could do that, bro. It can be. I want to have a fair balance, I guess. The nigga that played Braxton on Jamie Foxx. Even Jaleel White.
Christopher.
Yeah.
They had a hard time getting other gigs because niggas only seen them in one round.
True.
And let Mike Epps
I'm about to say
promote a movie right now and he a lawyer. You're going to be like, one or two things. I'm going to see how bad it's going to be. Or two, I'm going to see if a nigga really can do it. So I don't want to be known for.
But see, I look at it differently because I actually enjoy when I do see them in different elements. Now, I will say though, because when Braxton was playing
Colors.
Nope.
Colors.
when he was just
before
on,
he was Braxton.
Yeah.
He was in an old movie too where he was like a head gangster. Like he was,
Colors.
That's Colors.
That was really good.
Yeah, with the cops and all that. But
that was good.
No, when he was on Power. He was the daddy, but he was supposed to be like this drug lord type. And it's like, I'm trying to take you serious, but I can't take you serious.
Like Carlton.
Yeah.
I can't see Carlton besides Dancing with the Stars or being Carlton.
That's it. So I understand that it makes room for me,
can
right?
dance though, so that's why.
And I guess when I don't know how to.
But see, he's a good host though because he
understand. But I understand what you're saying though.
I'm trying to be known for something.
But see, that's what you call.
I don't want to come to the door and be like, it's the comedy nigga here. Oh, let that nigga. He funny. I want it to be like, hey man, what's up? I'm B. Hey, yeah, come on in, bro. And then when I get in the room, it's like, yeah, what do you offer this room?
I think
when I was married,
it comes.
When I was married, bro,
with it though.
When I was married, bro, one day I'm beating the dead horse. So I'm just trying to make it make sense again, I guess. But one day I was just like, I don't feel like spending this. I'm going to take this money to take us out. I'm going to change the brakes and rotors myself. She was like, nigga, I didn't know you can do that. I didn't even think. Like, yeah, I just don't like. I'd rather pay a nigga to do it because I don't like doing it. Mm-hmm. And it reminded me like, well, you may need to flex certain skills just to let it be known that you're capable of those skills. Even if you don't like doing it.
But see how it came in the right moment, though? You didn't have to go on boast and brag or, shout to the world.
It also looks
I know how to change brakes and rovers.
She could have been like, hey, don't.
No, but if you said it like, I know how to do it, but I don't like to do it, I get it. But if it comes down to it, we know that you are capable. So if we do get in a crunch where all we can afford is the parts, you got it.
But my point is,
because I look at people like
I can do Kevin that more Hart. Often, though.
You see Kevin Hart, it's funny.
Yeah.
I'm preparing to laugh.
Yeah.
Right? So I've also seen him in enough interviews
where he's
and conversations to where it's like, okay, that's the stage, nigga. And then this is the other side of this is Kevin Hart.
Yep.
That's Kevin Hart. But
this is Kevin.
You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
This is something that you always say too, where it's like, be you in moderation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Whereas, okay, nigga, when I'm here, I can be this person. When I'm here, I can be this is who I am.
All me.
But this is all
everybody
who I am.
Don't have to get all parts of you.
I don't have to be the funny nigga if I don't want to be the funny nigga. But just know I can tap into that mode as well.
When I'm around with y'all niggas, I'm sitting back.
Yeah.
Say that again. You said duh. I'm still down. That was the. I'm gonna use D to make it sound original. You know what I'm saying? No, but I guess I understand that though. I guess I want to know, like for myself and for other people too who may have been here or are here. I think I wrote it down, so I used the GPS analogy. Mm-hmm. There's a expected route to your goals, right?
Okay.
There's a time expectation to arrive there.
True.
I think where the ball drops, when I say ball drop, I think where people don't...
It throw them off.
Not even that. I don't think people consider that it's happening. There's also a time given to arrive. However, there's a time that needs to be graced to arrive there. Hey, man.
And that's for yourself.
It takes me 20 minutes to get there. I'm going to leave out 20 minutes prior to, so I can have that 20-minute window. On top of that, I'm going to leave out another 15 minutes earlier.
Yeah.
To give myself
I may
room
do
for
5.
error.
I don't know about 15, depending on the time of day. But I get you.
I'm very militant with time. I don't like making nobody
that's
wait.
How I feel you on that. But no.
So I arrive to work every day 30 minutes early. I want to see what the atmosphere like, what coworkers I'm working with, and just what the day looking like.
Yeah.
I want to see.
Yeah,
I don't want to walk in, clock in, and go right to work. That is like negative.
I'm telling you, I give myself maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah, no,
30? 30. I don't.
Yeah, I walk around, put my stuff down.
But I guess working.
Yeah,
working where you work at. I guess giving the time frame, you have enough though.
Every job.
No, I'm saying, but right now, consistently, you've been in a place where it's like, for one, it's gonna take you 6 minutes from the parking lot to even get to your department. So in that time, but if I'm coming in and going to the door, 10 minutes, like you don't even get. Yeah.
I just like to be there.
I don't know. Not
my
no 30.
My point is though,
but
for
setting
people,
that time frame for things to happen.
Yeah, I don't think that people grieve they grieve expectation because they don't give themselves grace.
Yeah.
Hey man, it's 20. Back to my original analogy or story in the beginning. I'm 22 and I didn't graduate. So what, nigga?
If you want
now what? Now what are we gonna do now?
Yeah.
It didn't happen in that time frame. Are you gonna say, well, there's another route here?
Mm-hmm.
Gonna cost me an extra 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm rolling with the analogy, people. Please.
Well, some people don't have a plan B, and so that's why they feel.
But that's my point too, though. Some people don't.
Yeah. And that's why
life
they feel.
will make you
but
have
that's
one
saying.
though. Like
but that's
nigga.
why some people feel like they completely failed because they did not prepare or have that just in case moment. And it's like, all right, I do plan on doing this, but life happens.
Yeah,
God has a different plan. You might have thought that that's how it was supposed to go. It didn't. And so, like you said, some people have a backup, some people don't. Some people just go full gun ho on this is what I set in place and I'm going to do this. And then if they don't, their whole world crashes because they did not give themselves grace, give themselves a way out.
I honestly think I'm not bashing women. I'm just comparing the sex. A lot of women get to that point in life.
I think men get there quicker than women.
No, because I think naturally we were born to kind of go to set the standard, but go with the flow. We not really no niggas that would just be like men. I mean, we would be like, okay, it's raining today. I ain't got an umbrella. Fuck it, I go buy one.
I think
women
that's
be like, oh my God, it's raining. I didn't pack an umbrella. I wore the wrong outfit. My car is on the 3rd floor. What did I got to do with anything, ma'am? This
has a lot.
It's a bridge that gets us.
That has a lot to do with everything. You got
she's just thinking about everything now. She's questioning everything.
Because I got to think. Do I got to walk outside at any moment to get to that crosswalk? Yo,
I understand that. What I'm saying is though, I think that I'm using dramatic analogies. Examples to just say that how men we
and as a woman, I'm telling you our thought process behind
but it's a social, but it's not that deep all the time.
No, but that's more well planned out than just saying, oh well, fuck it, I'm just gonna run in the rain. Versus
that ain't what I'm questioning though. What I'm saying is though, it's like it's raining, you don't have an umbrella. Use your coat and put it over your head.
Okay, and if you don't have a coat, then what?
God damn it, Shay.
That's real.
Put your shirt over your head.
But that's what I'm saying.
What I'm saying is
now her titties is out because her shirt is over her head because it's raining and she didn't have an umbrella.
Well,
so
shit.
So
like what?
I feel like women has they have a lot more grace and at least to fall back on than men.
From the world or upon themselves?
Both.
Because
for the most part, if a man doesn't succeed in a certain thing,
whatever plan he feels
you a bum.
That's why,
And then you give the same scenario with the man and the woman.
Same scenario.
You a bum, but now all she needs is just, You know what I mean? So it's
she's
like
figuring out life.
Yeah, she's figuring out life.
Well, no, it's not.
But it's
not
also
grace
like,
given, like
there's
you
no
get a pass. It's just
there's no safety net for a man to fall back on.
That's what the grace is.
I have to do this. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody coming to save me. Yep. You
society
can get that little box away.
They promote it that way.
Society, life is not only society, it's life.
It is.
But there, I mean,
you get that little box, so you OnlyFans is OnlyFans simply because
somebody tainted it. OnlyFans was literally not what it is now.
Right. That's also because of women.
Same with every
How is it because of women?
Nigga, you know OnlyFans because what? Niggas out there slanging meat?
Y'all act like it's not.
No.
What do you know OnlyFans to be?
Well,
Not saying that it's not on there because niggas is showing their feet, they showing their hands.
But that's what I'm saying. It was tainted.
Okay.
But it clearly was the demand of men, was it not?
Because women can sell that little box.
God damn it, Shay.
They have a fallback plan.
So, okay. Yep. All right.
Men don't.
Okay.
Unless you're going to fall to drugs.
I didn't say that it went all the way. Like I said, I agree with you when it comes down to certain things that is pressurized on men versus women.
I'm not saying that the thing don't exist. What I'm saying is, what exists more?
Yeah.
I'm looking at both sides. But I'm a woman, so of course y'all not going to see what I see on a daily basis.
I'm not saying what you don't.
I'm also not disagreeing.
I'm saying what you seeing. What I'm saying is, I'm seeing a whole lot of more red cars.
Yeah.
It's cars everywhere. Yeah. It's a whole lot more red cars. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. So I'm not saying that it don't exist. What I'm saying is what is shown more, what's out there more. OnlyFans became more popular. It's not created. It became more popular because women started to sell their box.
So are you the correlation with
why would they what? I'm sorry.
Nothing. Go ahead. Finish your question.
Your correlation is basically just saying that you're saying niggas don't have no safety net. And a woman can damn near do anything as a safety net. Like OnlyFans. And it's
or just kind of lean on your hood. Like that's the thing. Where now, okay, well, what I had planned didn't work. Okay, now I need a 6-figure nigga. Yeah. Now I got a nigga that's gonna take care of me.
I got something to say about that later.
So it's like they're to me, women really don't have you can be with somebody and it's like, okay, I want to do this. Okay, I don't like this no more. I want to do something else. Whereas like if that man was to do these things, would this family still have its bearings?
I think so. Hopefully this will make it point to make it make sense. If you've ever felt this way to the point where you're like, man, I'm fucking stuck, bro. I'm not where I thought I was gonna be at this time and this age, or just this time, 3, 4, 5 months. What have you done, or what did you do to be like, all right, let me get to my GPS route by any means necessary?
I've never gone as far as an OnlyFans or anything like that, but I like in a job situation, I found another job, and I found
even in
like
life.
I'm saying, just that's like those type of things. Like there's nothing that I didn't search like a new career path, so to speak. I didn't. No, like I was going to school for mortuary science. People are always dying.
I'm thinking even more bland than that though. Like,
but that was my career path. I've been wanting to do that since I was in the 6th grade. If you look at my work from 6th grade, and they asked like, "Well, what do you want to do?" I want to be a mortician, and they used to look at me like, "Why is this so morbid?" It's not morbid. I'm more afraid of the living than I am the dead.
Oh, that was a good movie.
It's
Norbit.
interesting.
I liked it too.
Go Norbit. I enjoyed that.
Go Norbit.
Oh, morbid.
Morbid.
Okay, my bad.
It's morbid.
More of them out here. It's more of my head.
Hey, live your life, King.
See how I brought that full circle?
More bits out here.
But like, and even then, now I would still work in that field. I don't mind working in the field. I know there's just stipulations behind as far as what I can do and as far as I can go. But Like I said, I just been using other gifts and talents that I have to continue further in life.
So I wanted to. I asked this because I'm asking the same thing to make a point, not a you point, a gender point. You got up and earned your clothes and went to work, huh?
I did.
And was like, fuck it, I got to keep pressing because if I fall, kids,
anything fall.
Yeah.
But
And
it's
that's what I'm
simple for
saying.
a dude.
the point.
But no, like I said, a job wise, a dude, if you lose your job, you can go get another one the same way.
I think
like
the job is the analogy,
So-
but I'm
know
talking
I'm
in
saying,
life.
but
Like,
certain
So
things,
it's
there
not
are
like I've
still-
only worked one job in my life.
Yeah,
So
no, I'm saying like you
it's
can
not
still
that.
be a
However,
go-getter whether you're a male or a
So
female.
case in point, since I've been married, I've worked sometimes 2 and 3 jobs.
yeah.
I've worked.
But that also comes from because you also had children too, right? Because if you didn't have your
the-
children,
the same
and it was
amount of-
just you and your wife,
Right,
You
so-
probably wouldn't have had to get a second and third
No,
job.
I think you're missing the point.
Right.
No,
so even before I had kids, I've had a job since I was 14.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, okay.
Like consistently. I ain't no breaks. What I'm saying is the same amount of DNA that's in my kids that I gave them, Kayla also gave. So what I'm saying is Kayla has been able to live a life that I don't want to do this no more. Literally on the job. I don't like this job.
Because of her environment that was created for her, correct?
So listen,
Right. So what I'm saying is
true. What I think that you're missing is we're just using that
I'm just
as
saying,
a picture.
but I'm explaining because
That's
if,
true,
if
though.
that
You're
environment
right.
isn't created for her, then no, she can't do that. But
No, you're right.
so
though.
how was the environment so
you obviously take care of your family enough that if you're
Right.
and you have conversation with your wife, I would hope before she would ever go and make that type of decision of just walking away from a job or I don't want to do whatever it is. Y'all would have that conversation.
so it's not necessarily a conversation needed. It's just
It wouldn't be
there
if she
is
wanted to
a
quit her job.
safety. There
and then
is a
just-
safety net.
Yeah, I think that's the bigger picture. That
I can jump out this window. I know Dennis is gonna catch me.
Yeah,
because that's what was.
but I think what you're missing, though, Shay.
Regardless of how many windows I jump out of,
he's using his life as an example.
and I'm also
But if
not
she
complaining.
was not married,
I'm just also.
Then
no,
her that safety
So
net
if-
is still not. That's not.
If my brother was born
I'm
a bicycle,
saying.
would he be my brother? Like I can't go off what
But
we
what-
can't keep
that's
going
a-
off what ifs.
but it's still reality though. Not everybody
It's
has
not
that
a
type
if
of.
a what if. It's not a reality.
A reality is your wife is able to say, husband,
Women.
I don't want to.
By and large, in general, more than men.
So I could just say I just don't want to work, and then
No, Sha-
just
I
no.
don't
This is
think-
what I'm talking about.
No, that's not what he's
we're
saying,
talking. I'm talking about what we're just talking about now.
Okay.
She has a safety net in her home, in her household. Because what y'all? That's the environment that y'all
Most
created
women
for y'all.
have a
Let me bring us
safety
home.
net
Let me
in their
bring-
father as
Yeah,
well.
let me bring it home, though.
Most safety
correct
net.
me if I'm wrong.
Most
though.
women have a safety net in their daddy.
They
I
do.
think
But correct me if I'm
children,
wrong, though.
depending on your relationship, can have it, male or female. I
No.
just said it depends on your relationship. Yeah, my
So again-
brother has a safety net with both of my parents, and he's a married man with
I
children.
can tell you right now, speaking as a man, and your brother being a man, correct?
that doesn't mean
He
that his
has
safety
the
net
under.
is not still
Speaking
there
as
just
a
because.
son and as a father, I can tell you right now.
Just because you don't use it doesn't mean it's not there.
No, I don't listen. So let me bring it home. 'Cause I don't want to stray from the point. Correct me if I'm wrong, though.
That's still the point. The safety net. Y'all
No.
said women might have more safety net. I mean, majority women have more safety nets than men.
Yeah, but I think I'm speaking for both of y'all. I could just correct me if I'm wrong. But I think where you got tripped up at is that you took his real life examples and just keyed in on that. When I think you were just using that as the bigger picture.
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
gonna use my real life because that's what that's
As
what I got.
yeah.
He's just saying that women overall, y'all do have
I didn't argue that, but I said when he said his wife can just say,
but that ain't the
hey,
argument. So you
that
can't,
was our conversation.
You can't key in on that because that's not the argument, though.
Yes, it was. It was about safety nets. He said his wife has a safety net with him in their home because of what they created. If she didn't have that, Kayla probably would never even think of saying.
You see how you honed in on his wife?
Because he was talking about. I'm talking.
He used his wife as an example for all women.
But if she was single, she didn't have that same safety net, she wouldn't even have a thought of, oh, I don't want to do it unless she wants to be a bum.
But the average woman still think they got a safety net regardless.
The average woman still, again, that's why I was saying.
Okay. That's the whole argument.
Even if they don't
disagree.
Even if they don't have a husband,
some people don't have.
Even if they don't got a husband,
okay,
they either got their daddy. Say their daddy not in the picture. They also have a system.
So then, if
where now, if I have a baby, if I have a baby, I can get child support.
Or if I got a vagina, that's the system.
And I think for that's the bottom of the totem pole.
What's the bottom of the totem?
Now I have to sell my vagina. That's how I feel like
that's their first go-to.
You've reached your bottom. That and
they feel like they came up off of that.
All right, so I'm gonna say this, and then I want to move on to the next part in the GPS. Right. So a man can quit his job to pursue. A man can't quit his job to pursue his dreams. I 100%, 1,000% agree with that. Most women can if the man is the sole provider, but men don't have the freedom because their dream would jeopardize the family.
100%.
Case in point.
But if they don't have a family,
God
it's just
damn
them.
it.
It's literally a question. If they don't have a family,
let me ask you this: what do you consider?
It's all
no. So listen,
but that's all. It's all just
answer
questions.
this: what do you consider?
Even if family,
no. What do you consider? What do you consider having a family?
I'm saying that a man would have to provide for. That's in his household.
What do you consider?
I just said in his household. If it's just you. You don't have children. So you don't have an elderly parent that's living. That's not. It's why are hypotheticals so freaking like it's not reality? Why is it never a reality? If I say something,
they have no room. They have no room in this.
What y'all saying? I'm giving y'all something else to think about because not everybody.
So what if he had a dog?
This type of
what if he had a dog and that dog had that cancer?
That's his. So therefore, if he
and now he can't work this job because this job gives his dog benefits.
If he lose his job and he doesn't come up with another plan, then him and that dog gonna starve. Are they not?
Yeah,
So,
because there's no safety net.
So it leads me to my next question then, right?
So a job would not be a safety net for anybody, man or woman? Is that not considered a safety net? To have the opportunity to get another job?
A job isn't a safety net. A job is a means to provide.
And as long as jobs and stuff are available,
it's not a safe.
I know what a safety net is, so I understand that part. It's like always having, your rainy day fund, something to carry you in case something does happen. Absolutely,
a guarantee.
But as long as jobs are available, I understand what y'all saying, and I never disagreed that there's only, I didn't say that like, oh, men do have safety nets. No, they do in a sense, but not the way, of course, the way you say women do. But it's still, there's still two sides of it. It's like, it's not just cookie cutter. Like, that's why when I say something to y'all, so it's not because I'm just
welfare created for men?
It's a different side to
let me
look
ask you
at
this
something.
Was welfare created for men whenever they get down on their luck? Or was it created for women?
Welfare was created for families. Yes, it was. If you look at it,
families how?
Look up how
if they don't want the man to be in the picture.
No, it was not. It became that. Welfare was actually for people who worked, not for people who didn't work. It was only to help them to get the other part that they couldn't do. Welfare was abused, and now it became something different. That's what welfare was created for full families, not just single mothers, and not to put out. That's not what it was created for.
So two things.
It's been abused that way.
I want to get facts on welfare before I even make a comment on that. Right? We'll get when we get to facts, then because I agree and disagree with nothing but everything. So I'll ask this then. How do we get to the point, right, I'm running with the GPS analogy.
Yeah.
That's what I've been rolling with, right? I punch in the address. I know how much time I have to get there. I've now calculated, hey man, I probably need to leave out maybe 5 minutes early than scheduled so I can, I'm preparing for hazards.
Yeah.
I'm preparing for something to go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
What happens when I hit unexpected hazards? Be it a train, be it I blew a tire, be it, damn it, I gotta stop and get some gas. Shit. I done left my Excedrin. I got a headache. I gotta go buy some more.
Yeah.
How do we get to a point where we say, man, I look at traffic. I always fuss at the person behind me that's riding my ass. And I'm like, nigga, like, move around, bro. I'm not going no faster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I become the very same nigga in the next car. Pause. Riding their ass. Like, move. Are you on my way? And it's like, only for everybody to meet at the same red light. And it's like, well, how do we get to a point where
You run the red light to prove a point. Yeah.
So how do we get to a point, man, where we give grace to the time, then give grace to ourselves, but then we prepare for hazards, and then we prepare for unprepared, unexpected hazards, like a nigga driving slow and everybody driving slow. Because y'all been ride down grass, you like, nigga, why is everybody?
No.
Everybody
It's usually
Sunday
when
drive.
it's usually when
Sunday
you already
driving.
late.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I guess my point is with all of that is just how do we say, man, hey bro, I know you 22, sis, and you didn't my original example. Or bro, whatever. You're 22 and you haven't graduated yet. Mm-hmm. You fuck around and had a kid, or somebody got sick, or financial aid didn't kick in and you had to. It's okay. You didn't prepare for this.
Mm-hmm.
Do we surround ourselves with people? Because sometimes I think that we surround ourselves with people that have gotten to where they expected themselves to get in the time frame they expected, and we haven't. So now we're more in the funk.
Yeah, because you're comparing yourself to
Mm-hmm.
their journey or their success or how far along they are in
Or your
in
own
this
personal
journey.
expectation.
Yeah,
where sometimes it can be a motivation. Like, oh, I got time to get there. Like,
Right.
So what do we? Does that make sense?
It does.
Like, what do we do?
I think first I would say a lot of people, majority of people, are really like striving in life.
Yeah.
Whereas like I'm gonna use my resources, I'm gonna use my connections, I'm gonna use my willpower, I'm gonna use my personality to get to these things. And I think what we also need to be doing is more so like striding, where it's like we have to find that pace, right? And the difference is that speed limit. The speed limit tells us, hey, this is how fast you need to be driving on this road.
Tony Robbins said speed limit is a suggestion.
Yeah. Or don't go less than this, at least. Yeah. For some people.
That's just a suggestion.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
Yeah, you can't go this way. Or so it's I always say you go five above.
I always say
But
though,
you could actually get a ticket if you do too far. Under.
One more. Yeah, 100%.
Depending on what
Under. I'm saying
Yeah,
under. Yeah, they will definitely.
subjective to who the nigga
Yeah, 100%.
But I always say though, it's crazy, and then, I don't know if it's the same thing. You never know how fast you're going until somebody check it. Saying that to say that
It definitely depends on the car.
Mm-hmm.
definitely.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that to say that sometimes we'll set a goal or goals for ourselves, and we think we just on track. We got it down pat. Nigga, one more year, I'm there, and it's like, nah, you really 5 years behind. I've been there, but them your personal goals, or hey man, you kind of a year ahead. Like, you doing great, bro. Relax, give yourself grace, nigga. You didn't get there at 22, nigga. It's always 23.
Yeah.
Like, does that make sense? I hope that makes sense.
No, it does, and I think it's okay. So I'll answer. So I believe it's okay to set goals.
Yes.
Right. That's at least to give yourself that
An idea of direction.
of direction.
Yeah.
However, I do also believe, and I also I'm okay with as well. I'm not saying that my word mattered, but still, I think it's still okay to where it's like, okay, hey, I didn't reach this at
By
this
this
certain
time.
age. However, I'm still on track for that thing. And even if, case in point, there's some people that started off in one career or going to school for one thing, and then it was like, okay, I'm going to change and do this other thing, and they actually reach success in this other thing. I believe that the end of the goal, even if it's not, okay, I want to go to be a doctor or whatever the case may be, and it's like, okay, if I switch and now, nigga, I'm not a neurosurgeon, I'm a foot doctor.
Yeah.
Like, you still reach that success or that goal of yours to where it's like, nigga, my goal was to graduate with a degree.
And that's it.
And you got it.
Right. And I think that's what people
got
you reached it.
So,
I think people get tripped up for that, not to cut you off.
No,
people get tripped up in the idea, this is my opinion. I think success is when you tackle your personal goal. Successful is when you do it consistently.
I can agree to that.
That or more.
Yeah.
And I think people get tripped in the idea that I'm not successful because I haven't accomplished my personal goal, when it's like, stop looking for successfulness.
But look at all that you
look
have.
for success.
But look,
and just tackle the goal.
And you got to look at what you have succeeded in and use that. Like, unless you just completely never did anything in life, you know, with yourself ever. If you've accomplished certain things, like, for instance, growing up, my thing has always been, and it was never a jab, it's you know, but I've always wanted to exceed my parents' age before I had a child.
Say that again.
I always wanted to exceed my parents' age.
I got you. When you had your first.
When they, you know, so it was like, so when I reached that goal multiple times, it was just like, yeah, it was still a goal, and you made it.
That's phenomenal.
Like that.
That's
we probably
fire.
read the same thing.
That's fire. That was fire.
But
Nonetheless,
it was still a goal.
So it and
then you reached it,
and you felt accomplished. Yeah, and I say that to say though that I think in most cases people, we're our biggest critic.
100%.
I remember having conversations with you, bro. Like before, I believe like kicked off. Like you was like, "Nigga, I supposed to did this long ago."
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, I wasn't extra encouraging, but I'm just like, "Nigga, well, nigga, do it now." Like, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that was the reason you did whatever, but it was just like, you know, same thing with me. I was like, I need 4 months before I start my cleaning business. No, you don't.
Yeah.
Because your first client gonna have 1 room. Fuck you need 4 months for?
Right.
Buy them out, bro. And the point is, like, this is where, shout out to the ladies, this is where moving the goalpost is kind of helpful.
Not shout out.
You just need 10 yards, fam.
Comment.
You need 10 yards, fam. You don't need 50 yards, man. Kind of move the goalpost back, man. You're thinking too big.
Yeah.
You're thinking too big, nigga. I need you to lower your sandwich,
it's you celebrate small wins. Yep. Essentially, you have to celebrate small wins.
Small wins for big goals. Small accomplishments for big goals.
I'm telling you, any goal accomplished is still a goal. A win is a win. Any progress is progress. But to answer the question of original of welfare programs like those established by the Social Security Act. No, I'm not, because we said we literally said we were going to pull.
But I'm saying she been on there since we was off of that. She was like,
"No,
go ahead."
You literally said we're going to come back to it, so I just want to read.
Hey Siri.
So it says, in 1935, it was created in response to the Great Depression. The aim was to provide a social safety net for vulnerable populations, including the elderly, dependent children, and those facing unemployment. The Great Depression, with its widespread joblessness and poverty, demonstrated the need for federal intervention to address social needs that states and private charities could no longer handle.
Can I ask you a real question, Shay? I swear to God, bro. I'm not being funny. Does that not scream women? Here, listen. Elderly.
So only women are elderly?
God damn it. I'm gonna give you my point. Elderly, children. Maybe you could say men when they say unemployment, right? Here's why I ask that though. Because what is the rule to life, bro? we don't fuck with women, the elderly,
And the kids.
and children, bro. They never say, hey, man, don't be out here breaking niggas' heart or and teasing niggas or
even in war.
It's always protect the elderly, the
women and the kids
and the children. That screams, which is not a bad thing. Now, based off the wording, it does. To your point, you are absolutely right. It does not say it was created for women alone. You're absolutely right.
And that was I literally said that.
Case in point, you went. No argument.
And I said it became abused.
I was just saying, take me to trial. I'm going to get a lawyer. Because now I'm going to come back and be like, well, Your Honor, what does that technically say, though?
That's verbatim what it was created for. And that's not subjective to any gender. Which, what I say, when he said, why was it created? I just literally read why it was.
This when your lawyer be like,
literally, that's what it initially was created for. Like I said,
agreed. In that case, you're absolutely.
Over the years, it became.
So can we look up? So how about this?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna read because there is a part where it becomes for women.
No. I'm not even saying. I'm not even saying read that. What does the data show? The percentage between men on welfare and women on welfare. Okay, well,
that's fine. All right, so while we do that, right, and we'll get to that. That definitely has to be closing marks, bro. That's fire.
I liked it. Yeah,
definitely. I want to say this. P, where we at with time? Okay, definitely. Okay. Here's what I want in the GPS biology. What I love about GPS, whether you're Android or iPhone or Apple, there's a rerouting clause, if you will, that's unsolicited. Sometimes they'll reroute you, and you're just literally at an obtuse angle at the light, and it's like, I haven't made that complete right turn yet. So they're naturally just rerouting me because they think I'm going, which in some cases, God, that's crazy. It may benefit you.
Right.
What do you suggest, or if it's personal to you, or what do you suggest to a person that's just like, man, I've never taken that route before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing that. Only to find out, well, now I got two options to get to the same destination. Yeah. Or to the person that says, man, there's no need to reroute. I know for sure. Even though there's a train right here on Gratiot and Connor, where it's always, out of drive. That's Connor.
That's
the train pass everywhere. 7 Mile, out of drive, Connor, all of that is one big.
There's always a train right here.
Because you get hit on 7 Mile or you get hit on.
But you got those people that are so stubborn to say, man, normally the trains don't last that long.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'll wait it out.
Yeah.
I would say personally that trust your original idea, your original route.
Mm-hmm.
Also trust the idea. Listen to what I say. Trust the idea of rerouting. It brings. True story. When I first got my first car, bro, I used to drive the bus route. That's all I knew. Caught the bus. So it would take a 15-minute drive would take me 26 minutes.
Because you
stopping
the
at
bus.
every stop.
Not even that. I wasn't doing that.
Right behind the bus, like
7 Mile in Woodward.
The last ride.
I wasn't doing that.
It's the end.
Nigga opening up his door.
But it was
on the railroad track. Roll his window all the way down.
It was the only direction that I had, and I would learn. Different. I would accidentally make turns and shit and be like, nigga,
could have been here 7 minutes ago.
But I'm thankful for the foundation.
Yeah.
That's really good.
I think it goes back to good, you had that goal set. Like I'm sticking to the plan. Mm-hmm. Then whatever comes about, okay, now I'm learning. And I guess my answer to that question you was just saying, I think I would say is be okay with your decision.
Yeah.
Like whatever you decide to do, whether you want to stay at the train or if you want to try and make a detour and beat it or whatever the case may be, like just be okay with that decision.
Yeah.
And live in that decision to where it's like, okay, I'm sitting here. It usually takes 5 minutes, and I'm gonna wait it out.
Yeah.
If it takes 10, you have to be okay with that decision.
At this point.
So now, even if
business.
you, so
good.
even if
That's
you
great.
want to, okay, I'm gonna beat the train and turn, and then now you done got caught by the train on the other end.
Yeah.
Be okay
You done got hit though.
with that decision.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
good.
Like,
think
just
that's
be
good.
okay with that decision.
Yeah.
To where it's like, okay, whatever I decide to do, I'm gonna ride it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna see it through the end.
Be bold enough to nigga.
Actually, you gotta see it through, my boy.
Yeah, 100%.
No, that's dope.
100%.
No, that's dope. I think that's really, really, really good though.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I just, and the point of it was, I just want to encourage people, man, that in layman's terms, in simple terms, nigga,
Yeah.
in the simplest of terms, it's okay, bro. I think the problem occurs when a person says, because I didn't get there in this time frame, fuck it.
Yeah.
We've been podding for the idea of our opinion 5 years old.
Okay.
We've been podding, what, 2-3 years?
3.
3? All 3 of us. So that means we're probably a year ahead.
Couple months. Yeah.
Or a couple months.
Yeah.
No, y'all y'all probably like a full year ahead.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Yeah. Because I think y'all went like a full year before I came aboard.
Yeah.
It was just the transition between visual and just audio happened quicker, but the actual time that y'all was together was basically just audio, and that was like
So, I'm selfishly saying, I always like giving disclaimers, man, but I'm selfishly using the word I simply because I birthed it. There were plenty of times where I'm like, yeah, fuck this. It ain't where I want it to be. There are remnants of that remain. Small portions of that remain. But they don't trump the ideal of the vision, right? Saying that to say that nigga could have stopped a long time ago. Thankful for you, but definitely thankful for this nigga, because that nigga was like, yeah, no, we not. Yeah, nigga, we not doing that. That's when I was like, well, why don't you just come and join then, nigga? He like, nigga, we ain't going nowhere. But my point is, like, just keep going. Yeah,
pivot,
redirection is good. Like, the redirection was, oh, you need another host.
Yeah.
And then we got good, and we was like, man, something missing. Nigga, we need another host. And it's like, you got to trust. I don't think people trust the rerouting. I don't think that whatever device you're on would have added the option to reroute you automatically if they didn't trust the ideal of the rerouting process.
Yeah.
Somebody was like,
yeah, no, there's a better way.
We can't send
A
everybody
quicker way.
one way every day.
Yeah.
And
And they also let you know, like, those roadblocks could possibly come ahead. So you gotta be prepared.
I think you also have to, again, you have to be okay with, hey, if you're going down a certain path and then life happens, this reroute, it actually may take you longer.
Yeah.
As some reroutes do, where it's like, okay, well,
you gotta go
this
down.
happened,
You gotta go
now
2 blocks over. Now
you kind of gotta, as I always tell B when he talk, take the scenic route. Take the scenic route.
Find where you trying to go.
You trying to use this one word and brother. But they doing construction. This nigga with a jackhammer.
The super, and not to be super deep and all that, but the super dope part about sometimes taking a scenic route is that you've avoided so much in that shorter route.
Yeah.
There were 2 accidents. There was, it's not a 2C remnant. I don't know why remnant on my mind, but a remnant of an accident that happened 3 hours ago. They're still cleaning up, so it's down to 1 lane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or it's completely closed off. You can't even go that way.
You know what I'm saying? Or you're going, for whatever reason, there's more traffic coming the opposite way, so you're going to catch every light today going that way. Like, you gotta trust the idea of something different at some point, because I'm almost certain of this. You've been doing it one way for a certain amount of time, and whatever result you've gotten from that, whether it was good, bad, timely, too long, too short, too quick, nigga, there's another way to pin different results.
True.
It's another way, bro. So you gotta trust.
Yeah. I have a quote.
The other way.
It says, "At what cost do you want the things you've made up in your mind that will make you feel significant?"
Damn, read that again. I say it one more time.
At what cost do you want the things you've made up in your mind that will make you feel significant?
Damn, bro. I'm in a certain point. That made me emotional. Cause I'm at a certain point in my life, bro. That is my Achilles heel, bro. That I phantom so much in my mind, and it's like, well, what fucking more can I do?
Yeah.
To prove to you right or that's I don't got no answer. I don't know. That's crazy though. That's crazy.
Yeah. Like it's costly, bro. Like
damn, I don't know.
And you know what I mean? Like you can try to
that's crazy.
You can try to improvise or you can try to plan ahead in a sense to where it's like, hey,
some things are inevitable.
Yeah.
It's gonna take
like,
this for you to get there.
I'm in this transition now to where it's like, hey, this is what I'm doing. I believe this is what I'm called to do. Yeah. Mm-hmm. However, what I'm called to do, it don't really meet the quota.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, okay, well, let's take some precautions to where some of that blow.
You able to?
We don't do drugs.
Not white girl. Not that type of.
I don't know if you know. But we don't do as a collective.
Okay.
What he's doing is personal. The representation of this name. We don't
not us as a unit. We
not a collective. Our opinion.
What we represent. We represent.
Now, voice 1, 2, and 3. And what they do.
But our opinion?
Yeah, we don't.
No. Cisco is different from Drew Hill.
Yeah.
He was on a solo trip right now.
5 steps in his song. Levels to this.
Both hits.
Yeah.
Hey, it's different.
Yeah, 2 different goals, nigga.
100%.
That's funny.
But it's like, how do you compensate for that drop off, right? To where it's like, okay, well, this is what I was making or whatever. Mm-hmm. I know this ain't
it's not gonna cut that,
but I still need some type of cushion.
Yeah.
In between. So it's like, okay, well, even that cushion ain't enough, but it's like I'm willing because
taking that sacrifice.
Yeah, like
my favorite W.
At what cost? You know what I mean? Like I'm willing to make that sacrifice.
Which is why I said what I said, like as far as that's how I look at myself. Like, if this thing don't change, nigga, what you gonna do? What more need to be done for you to take the leap? Whether that's relationship, finances, job. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Yeah. I'm not being dramatic, but that's like to me, that's crazy. That's how I look at. I think I'm responsible for a lot of my lack of or indifference.
We are.
Like I'd be like, damn, that's probably your fault, bro, because you did
the decisions you make today affect your tomorrow.
Yeah, or they might affect your next hour.
Or I was about to say the next
100%.
minute.
It's always a choice.
We're back to
because if I eat some ice cream,
you say it's over. Move out the way.
Tell you right now.
You said so
clear the schedule.
I ain't coming out today.
What you doing today? Nothing.
Okay, staying in my humble abode.
Yeah, the first couple of hours is gonna be on the next is the shower. I need a bath.
Hour to hour basis.
I need to sit. Let this simmer.
Hour to hour basis.
But to answer your question, so there's no specific data to say who is and is not on welfare. Now, as far as poverty rates, in 2018, they did I guess the Census Bureau.
I was gonna say read the whole time.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
In 2018, it was poverty rates in 2018. 12.9% of women lived in poverty compared to 10.6% of men. Gender difference in poverty in 2021, women were at 11.7%, more likely than men at 9.2% to live in poverty using, of course, the Census Bureau. With women also more likely to be in extreme poverty. But there was also
Are these are this
so they don't
is this
have
as single, or this is just saying like
so now with the single mother part is where it says they created TANF, which is temporary assistance for needy families. Those are usually geared more toward more women are in that program than men, but it's mainly women who are like single mother type that are in that specific program, but they don't have data to say it's majority women or it's majority men or nobody. Like they only have
which is why I just asked that because I don't know if you know people. You single if you're not married.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't fuck with how long y'all been together. If you're not married, you are single. Which is why I asked that question, because it could be niggas that's been together for 12 years.
Yep.
They have to fill paperwork
Common law does not.
They got to fill paperwork out separately, and they got to put single. So that the statistics are going to be, they're going to waver in a different direction, because that's why I asked that question.
Yeah, but yeah.
You are, so I don't know if you know, you need to go home and challenge them, sis. Y'all single, baby. You're single, sweetie. No, you got a boyfriend, but you're single. yeah, you got some kids, but you're single. You one on the way. You are still single. You are single. Yeah, you are. That promise ring is not a legal document.
Mm-hmm.
You are single.
Common law.
Yeah,
common law is not recognized.
Yeah, we don't give a shit about that, because I'm still trying to hit. I'll tell you that. Nah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to get in something.
Wait. So you about to do that quote, but I got a question. So before we end,
go ahead, do your thing.
Top 10 actors, male.
10.
That's not what actor means.
Well, no,
I was just about to give a disclaimer. Nigga, actress. It's waiter and waitresses. Actor,
but now everything is so gender neutral. You can't call one person. But some people.
If a nigga say act them, nigga.
Act they.
Nigga them. I don't want to watch the movie.
Top 10.
I have no order.
Actors.
Yeah, I was say I don't have an order either. I have a top 10.
10 is a lot.
10, but
10 is
all right, do 5.
I think I can do 5. I think
do
I
top
can
5.
do 10.
Damn.
5.
Because I could give you 10, but top 5.
The only order I have is my number 1, Denzel.
I was about to say.
After that is I don't have no order. Denzel, Wood Harris, he's
on my he's on my side. He's not my number 1, but he's definitely the 2.
Mekhi Phifer.
I can see. I was about to say, listen, stop naming off my people, bro.
I would say Mekhi Phifer. I say Will Smith is in the top 5, and I would give the last spot to I don't know. Just for the sake of pressure to thinking, I would have to say give it to Omar Epps. Give it to Omar. Omar been to some. Omar, that's just 5. 10 may have been warranted then.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm like top 10 because it's like, but okay,
I just
we gonna do top 5.
Yeah, I give top 5.
Denzel.
Also, don't be knowing niggas' names.
Will. Samuel. You got Samuel.
Could you stop talking? Hey, stop talking.
I don't think about roles. I think about actual.
Yes, that's people. That range.
Samuel Jackson.
Samuel for sure.
Michael B. Jordan.
He's in the top. He's
no,
sure my
coming
top
from
10.
where he came from.
Pretty good.
He's in my top 10. Baby Hardball. When he first started.
Yeah, I haven't seen.
He was
nothing.
out before he
ain't
even
dropped the ball yet.
No, he hasn't.
He's on my
Jamie
list.
Stop
Jamie,
talking.
He's on my list.
Now I gotta come back to 5 more.
No.
Besides those top 2,
for the sake of time.
Besides those top 2,
that's why I said top.
But everybody else there wasn't no order.
Got you.
So I got Denzel, Will,
and I was
Leon.
gonna say, what you call it with the I?
Forrest Whitaker.
Oh
no, now he's in my top 10 for sure.
Yeah.
But Leon, that's his name.
Who is that?
David Ruffin.
Oh,
that's just right now. I wouldn't.
He just straight Leon. He don't go by first or last. But then I also have Keith David.
Who is that?
The most the daddy from ATL. That's probably the only one I can give you all that. Y'all
Robot. He played on Robot.
I'm saying
no, he wasn't. No, that was the uncle.
He got the deep voice.
Yeah.
Keith David. Yeah,
definitely love Greenleaf.
Yeah.
Greenleaf was one of my favorite series.
Okay.
I love Greenleaf.
And then I had Jamie Foxx as my top 5.
Now I gotta run 5 more. 10 was
But no,
warranted.
see,
Because Jamie would be number 2.
Yeah,
Denzel,
that's why
and
Jamie,
then
Will, Jamie,
Yeah,
Will,
100%.
Just when you think under pressure, bro, you just be,
and Denzel is.
yeah.
But Forrest Whitaker, like you said,
yeah.
But I also you
definitely
got
love Jamie.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
oh yeah,
You got Lorenz Tate, bro.
You got
definitely Lorenz Tate.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny is
Johnny
cold.
that now when it
Crazy
comes down to
Rain.
Caucasians, Johnny is.
cold. You got Leo.
He said that Leonardo DiCaprio.
I thought. Okay.
Yeah, Leo. Leo.
Then you got
Got Scarface.
Liam
nigga.
Neeson.
Liam Neeson and Chase.
I like.
Why am I
Gerard.
about to Tatum? Channing Tatum.
Yes. Magic Mike.
Magic
yeah.
Mike.
And then my last two.
as a Caucasian.
Yeah, that's fire though.
My last two, I would have to
Jim
Owen,
Carrey.
go.
Owen.
I was
Oh
about
no,
to
Jim
say
Carrey is the top. Jim Carrey and Leo
Mike
are
Myers.
the first.
Yeah,
two.
I was about to say my last two was
so
gonna
many,
have to
bro.
go to
Yeah.
Jim and Adam Sandler.
Definitely
Adam.
Honorable mention
and
would be
Robin
Will Ferrell.
Williams.
Now Will is.
Oh,
like,
Will Ferrell?
Honorable
That's,
mention.
that's great.
Yeah,
That's great.
yeah, honorable
Yeah.
Because
mention.
Will haven't had that. The only thing,
Robin
the
Williams.
only reason that Will Ferrell is an honorable mention because he haven't had that one role that kind of took him like, oh, he can act. Like he's just
But see,
always.
but he
But
plays
to him,
both,
I think
though.
this is my lane.
he
Yeah.
can do it though. But I'm
even
saying
when
like
he
that's
gets serious, but
that's
even
why
when he trying to be
yeah.
serious, it's still like his true natural self is.
Yeah.
He's not a
You
serious
gotta watch
person
that
in
nigga
life.
in raw form, like Saturday Night Live improv. That nigga is stupid.
That's
bro.
where he
No,
came,
yeah,
he came
he
from. All them
you
skits.
don't know when he's not Will Ferrell.
Yeah, like he is like.
He embodies.
And you
both
hear
as
people
well.
talk about him, and it's like, nigga, are you doing a bit right now? Like, what you doing? Like, wait, nigga, I just asked you about your mama.
I've been watching.
What your mama doing, bro?
I've
Tell
been
me.
watching him in commercials, bro. Like, how many times did they say cut, bro? Because he is retarded, man.
Yeah.
10 probably would have been that rapid fire put you under pressure. But Jamie, I'm sorry, Jamie, because Jamie is like
But that's what I'm saying with
That
range.
nigga
Don
tough, bro.
Cheadle,
Don
them
Cole.
Chadwick.
The
well,
one
he
dude
had range. Like
with
all of these people
range
with
to me,
range.
It's the one. He's Wright. What's his name? Last name is Wright.
He's also a writer too. A
Oh,
He like
nope,
he
I
like
got you,
Puerto
'cause
Rican.
I think somebody just
Or
just
like
said
Dominican.
they just said his name.
producer. I don't be knowing a lot of
Somebody
niggas'
just
names.
That
Literally
nigga
said
got
his name.
crazy range.
I don't know.
I'm about to tell you.
His last name is Wright though.
Yep, I got you.
But I don't know if
He
y'all
like
know,
Puerto
bro.
Rican. Oh man, he played
got,
in Shaft. He was the nigga with the white with the beater. He had the
Oh,
knife.
Wesley Snipes.
Definitely.
Definitely
Eddie
there,
Murphy.
but and
Eddie Murphy 3.
Yeah,
Eddie
that's
Murphy?
right.
no. Eddie Murphy has range.
Have y'all ever seen Mr. Church?
He played.
Nah, I
Go
don't
watch
see.
Mr. Church, man.
I don't see Eddie with range.
I
like
think
Go
that.
you're
watch
talking
Mr.
about.
Church.
I look at Eddie like Will Ferrell.
WRIGHT,
Watch
right?
Mr. Church.
Say it and I'm gonna repeat it.
Jason Mitchell. Who was that?
I was about to say Easy, the book, the guy that played Easy.
He did. I watched that last night too. That's crazy.
But see,
Okay.
he got in trouble. That's and the one that played Tupac. He
Jason
got, but
Derulo?
he.
The one that played Dr. Dre.
Oh
he's
yeah,
really
yeah,
good.
him. Yep.
He's really good. Really,
Yeah,
really, really good.
but the guy you talking about?
They just don't have the catalog to say
Now
there.
that's always been
okay.
my. This is where to
You talking about WRIGHT?
and we'll close out too.
Yeah.
Right.
But this is kind of where I kind of got
Jeffrey.
where I'm stuck in life.
Yes.
He the one that just did not Sinners, but he was just on something being recognized.
But yeah, Jeff.
But yes, Jeffrey with him.
Yeah, he
Is it-
cold.
I don't know, dog.
It's him.
Nah, he cold.
I don't know him.
I don't know.
But that's kind of this
He
is
really-
kind
he
of
cold.
this is kind of where I'm stuck in life. Where I'm like
I'm about to send it to you.
I've always inspired, bro, to be. If anybody that know me, I always say my name is Daniel. If you don't know, I got a full name. It's Daniel Washington. It's because
alias.
It's because Denzel already has a son, and I always wanted to just be a profound actor, bro. So I just call myself Daniel Washington.
Denzel. His mama named him Denzel.
His real name Denzel, yeah. Mama named Clay. That's what I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call him.
Ain't his son named Daniel though?
Huh?
David.
But to bring the title everything full circle, that's kind of why I'm kind of at in life, where it's like I got over, because like shout out to James C. Hayes, man. Was there last week? He reminded me, he was like, nigga, you got like over 10 years of like acting, like skits, monologues, plays. Like, nigga, been doing this for a minute. It made me think, like, nigga, I should have been doing this a long time ago, bro.
But that, yeah.
And I'm stuck because I'm just like, I inspire to be at a certain place, like in relationship and family and like workplace, entrepreneurship. But I really want to get back into my acting bag. And I'm like, fuck, bro. Like, I am stuck, man. And I don't feel unsuccessful. I don't know if there's a difference. To me, it is. I just don't feel accomplished. You ever have a day where you're just like, what you do today?
Yeah,
I did nothing, literally nothing. Versus, I ain't do nothing, bro. I just cut my grass, rode the bike, and then I just chill.
Ain't do too much.
I accomplished something, but I ain't really do shit. I feel like I'm just like, yeah, I slept a day away, metaphorically speaking.
Yeah.
And so this is kind of wild. I'm just like, man, I really can act, bro.
I definitely believe.
How great would I have been 10 years ago to now?
But also not dwelling on the past and going from now. Start now.
Rerouting.
Don't worry about
rerouting.
Yeah.
Don't worry about where it was, where you could have been, the what ifs, the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Do it now.
In a super deep way.
I think the more you obtain, the more you see what you don't have.
That's the less you know, the more you know.
Yeah. So even like with age, or it's not like I've obtained so much money or whatever.
Yeah.
But like the older you get, it's like, yeah, bro, I jacked off. Pause. A good 10 years.
Yeah. But all the
5-7 years type of thing.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Even when you put it to money, whatever, it's like a nigga that makes 200,000, you look at somebody that make 100,000, like, I don't think that's enough money.
Yeah.
But it's like once you kind of reach these plateaus, you like, yeah, life costs more.
Yeah.
But and you can also think of it in a different
way. The journey is a reward, man.
Yeah.
And you could also think of it in a different way. Would I be able to handle it?
Yep. 10 years ago.
Then versus handling it now in whatever capacity it could be. Would you, if you made it into acting back then and exceeded to or excelled to a certain amount of money, but then you blew it.
Yeah.
Your career ended.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like you had to mature
I think
into
that's
that. Because you might not have been ready.
Yeah, I didn't gain so much knowledge too, though.
Speaking, I think that's a cop out too, though.
But it's not that. But I don't think it's a cop out. But
I'll step into that.
Because I would rather reach the thing than never reach it.
So I think it's a cop out.
I would rather reach it and lose it than to never reach it.
But it's not never reaching it. Just because you were delayed doesn't mean. I said because just because you didn't do it 10 years ago.
Right,
you
based
might not
off
have
of
been
what you
ready to
said,
handle
you were
it.
saying, hey, if say you reach this thing and then now whatever happens, you lose it. You
lost it because it was too mature.
So what I'm saying
it
is
was prematurely.
I would rather experience the thing and lose it than to never experience it at all.
But I also think that's coming from a standpoint of maturity. And also, I think it's a cop-out to use that. I wouldn't use that word, but I think it's a cop-out when that's just your excuse. You know what I mean? Niggas would be like, yeah, high school, I was the coldest center, or I played defensive end, and then I had blew my knee, and I was just like, but I could have been great. That's a cop-out because after your surgery and your rehab, you just stop playing.
Yeah, you just stop.
Versus saying,
accept it.
Versus being delayed.
That's a cop-out. Versus saying, well, I could have been at USC that next year, but I had blew my knee, and it took me 2 more years, so I had to go harder. But that's why I don't play for them. I play for them because these niggas, whatever.
Right.
It becomes a cop out when you settle for the why and then never push forward
to the
because
which is why I said
I settled for why I didn't do it. But because of that, nigga, I push harder to. That's when it becomes a cop
So
out.
now
Yeah.
where you are, you felt like you could have been acting. 10
But
years
for
ago,
me, though,
getting
I
greater.
feel
But
like
now you can do it now.
10 years ago,
You
I
didn't
think
give up.
No,
You
no.
just,
I'm not
you know.
arguing on
for
that.
me, 10 years ago, it was just a dream.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was also a dream, but it was like, I don't really want to pursue it. I just would love to do that. Like I ain't finna
So
do it though.
do you
But now
honestly
it's like,
believe it wasn't obtainable?
I
Was
don't
that
know.
a deterrent?
I don't know because that wasn't in my mind. It was like, it's also like, you know that nigga that can hoop, bro? That can really hoop.
Yeah.
But to him, it's just like, I just hoop, bro.
I just like this cardio.
And then you be like, if you apply yourself, bro, nigga, you
I
can
just
make
talked
it
to
to
one
the
of the-
lead.
Yesterday,
It was one of them things like,
I
oh no,
just
you
talked
good
to
at
one of the
this,
young
bro.
dogs about that.
But if you take this serious,
Yeah.
you can go somewhere. But if you don't, then we'll just call you to do these monologues. And
One
you
of the
can
little
go
niggas we was hooping
to
against
answer your
yesterday.
question.
I had that conversation after the
You had that what?
conversation.
I was gonna let you live.
Yeah.
I have no dog in this race.
Yeah.
You know, I was gonna say welcome to the
I
family.
talked
fam.
to him after.
Y'all had
I was like,
dialogue.
He understood what I said.
Of course. The mumble
But I
rapper.
ended up chopping it up with him after the fact. Like, dog, how old are you? And he like, I'm 17 or whatever. He said I'm 16 or something in that range. What grade you in? He like, I'm going to the 11th. Hey, what do you hoop? Nah, man, I ain't. I hooped last year, and then I said, what about this year? Did you hoop this year? Nah, man, they was. I said, nigga, next year
go.
Get on
you have
somebody's team.
11th, and then you have 12th. I'm not saying you're
crucial
gonna go to
years.
the league, but
Maximize
the
your
difference
potential.
between nigga when I was your age and now, you can get an NIL deal.
Yep.
You can
Opportunity.
like I said, bro.
You can go somewhere if
you
you
really-
want.
Your goal can just be college and get out here.
I said
nigga,
you
that's
can
it.
go to college, nigga. You go overseas
And get
and make
paid.
money. But I said, dog, just hear me out.
Yep.
Listen to me, man. Take this serious, bro.
And that's
Cause niggas, he was out there hooping in Crocs,
that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
and
nah.
little nigga was balling, and
Not
it
in
was
the
like
Crocs.
I was playing. I said, I'm not playing on nigga Crocs for
What?
real.
Like, no,
You know what
sir.
I mean? Like I was, you know what I mean? I was joking around with him, whatever. But it was like, no, bro. Like if you really applied yourself, like you can really take, like if you really took this serious, bro. Like you can really go somewhere, but that's all on you. I'm
And
like,
you got,
nigga,
I
I
would say
can't.
you got to have it for you, not the expectations.
Yeah.
Or the goals that others have for you. If that's the direction you really want to go in, then go ahead.
Yeah,
If not,
yeah. Like, you
that's
gotta-
okay too. And if
you
you
gotta
gotta,
want it,
you
bro.
know,
Because the average, I won't say average, but a lot of successful athletes have that kind of story. Like, yeah, nigga, I thought I was gonna play football, so I happened to be hooping. And it was like, nigga,
AI.
this
no,
where you need
come
to
on,
be.
fam.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so, before you close out, D,
I'm about to say, you go ahead, take it over.
I'll say this. Another great point about shout out to our producer, man. Nah, for sure.
Only the second part.
Okay, whatever. But it's another great point about GPS, because we've been speaking about GPS all day. As long as you keep the Maps app open, regardless of how many stops, pauses, or detours you take, it will continue to give you direction to get back in your route.
Yeah.
The point is, the stops and detours won't stop your progress unless you stop moving. And in this case, unless you press en route. I don't care what, and that's a phenomenal point, bro.
Yeah.
That I've been in that situation. I didn't got lost on top of getting lost, and it's like rerouting. One more thing before you say this, D.
Do your thing.
Oh, you said boldness. That's the point of having a relationship with Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Because no matter how much you reroute, God gonna,
The doors of the church.
yeah,
are
God gonna get you where you gotta
supposed
go,
to
man.
be open, but
And the crazy thing about God is, right, he's so dope, he'll say, hey, man, I'm going to allow you to trust your GPS. Go ahead. I know the train coming. I know a detour route. I also know that that's the wrong route and direction. But go. And then eventually you're going to be like, en route. I put a 1 instead of a 7. I'm really 10 minutes from the damn location.
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah, trust in the Lord, man.
Hey, okay. So I also want to add to that. if you don't take heed, that's a church word.
Yeah.
If you don't take heed to your destination, what you're supposed to be doing en route,
Taking longer.
it can take you longer if you ever reach that destination.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So again, the case in point, what we're saying is, hey, even if detours happen, even if you take a break, you may run out of gas, whatever the case may be.
Stay the course.
Stay the course.
Stay the course.
Run
bro.
your race.
Stay the course.
I know that sounds so
Cliche.
cliche-ish.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a word. Cliche-ish. Nigga,
For the
there's
sake of the show, it will
truth.
be.
Yeah. There is truth in that, bro.
It is.
Just keep.
Keep
Here's
swimming.
the
Just keep
transparent
swimming.
part, though.
Do like Dory said.
I have no idea what keep going looks like for you. It may mean death. It may mean finances or the lack thereof. It may be homelessness. Like, a lot of shit happened and you just like, bro, I don't see myself staying the course, nigga. The course has rerouted itself. The whole destination has changed.
Yeah.
Stay the course, bro.
Yeah. Don't get caught up in the wilderness.
And to all my cheat niggas that
And
be
don't
cheating
be
on,
afraid to ask for help.
all my niggas that be cheating on that girl, I'm gonna put it in your terms. Keep the main thing, fam.
Goodness.
Turn for the worst.
Yeah, I want to talk to everybody. I want the believer, the non-believer, the cheater, the non-cheater. Keep the main thing.
Here's a quote.
Keep the main thing,
Comparison is the enemy of contentment. Okay.
That's dope.
Another thing is, hey, you ever notice how sports cars, they usually tend to go faster by default. The only problem is that spaces is limited,
Yeah, that's dope.
right? Sports cars usually it's a 2-seater, it's only 2 people. Meanwhile, you have an 18-wheeler, usually have further miles to travel, but can carry heavy loads. They also make more frequent stops. Okay? They may move slower, but
They gonna get
the road is much further.
Yeah.
The point is, however, can't compare my speed because I realize my load is, this sound crazy. My
Your load.
is much heavier. We got a fat sack. And I'm not traveling alone. I got a family of 5, right?
That's dope.
So, hey, keep that in mind, man, please. Understand what you carry, right? Understand what you carry. And even in 18-wheelers, when you seeing them on the road, what he got ain't what I'm
And
carrying.
Yep.
We may, you know what I mean? Like, we both
We got
carrying
two,
the
we got
load.
one
Pause.
destination, but we both.
Yeah.
But what he carrying ain't what I'm carrying. What I'm carrying, what he carrying, where he going
His
ain't where
final
I'm going.
destination ain't the same
Or
as mine.
even we may be going to
Even
the
we
same
are
place.
going,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
might get there first
We got
because he
different-
got different routes.
Yeah, and we're also carrying 2 different things.
Or sometimes, bro, we're using the same analogy here. It's the same route,
Yeah.
same time frame. I drive a Malibu. You drive a Charger. The 40 miles
It's
are
still 40
different.
miles.
They 40 miles, but the speed it's going to just naturally be different.
Yeah, they different.
You just
It's
going to get
definitely-
you're going to get there quicker than me. Which leads me to this point. We'll close with this. On top of that, and I'm gonna keep it simple as this. That's why sometimes you got to detox from social media.
True.
'Cause
100%.
it'll naturally make you fucking depressed. And those words, I'm voice 1.
Hey, you're on voice 2.
And I'm voice 3.
Easy.